Biscuits and tea.
34.
34.
Period. 99.
99.
Boom.
Boom.
Guys,
Wow.
I just want everybody to know that this is the 7th rendition of this podcast that we've tried to start in an hour.
It's an absolute disaster.
I don't even care where we start with this conversation. Like, we're just going to pick up. As far as I'm concerned,
I don't care.
The only thing that I want mentioned is that we want a tea sponsor. Guys, just give us a bunch of tea sponsors, a shout out, just tag.
Lipton, Snapple, Sleepy Time.
Lipton.
We got a bunch of different people.
Does Snapple do tea?
Iced tea, right?
I don't know if they have iced tea, but like
Lipton?
Do they do normal tea? No, Snapple.
Snapple, I don't think they do like the kind of tea bags and stuff like that. And they only do like the bottles.
So they're sophisticated.
Looks like we got diet, we got green, we got fruit flavored teas and more. That's the Snapple way. All right.
Oh, Teavana. We need Teavana.
Ooh, Teavana. Is that the place that we liked?
Yeah.
B?
Yeah.
Well, I heard they're having issues though.
They're having a little financial crisis.
Well, listen, we could come in and save them. Like you
Absolutely.
sponsoring the Biscuits and Tea podcast, getting in on the ground floor like that.
Yep.
Just ride the wave, baby.
Just ride it, baby, all the way.
What's the last Snapple commercial you guys have seen?
I don't know, but
I've never seen one.
They used to have Snapple commercials all the time. And I'm trying to think of the last one I saw.
The greatest marketing thing ever is the little pop caps. You got to read the facts on them.
God. Oh, my God. What was the thing with them? What was it, though?
They would, when you twist it into, and then you would open it up, and then it had a fact about something.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. There's a bunch of stuff. I know Magic Hat Brewery up in Vermont, they do that with their beers.
That pop, though, that is the most satisfying thing ever.
I'm on the Snapple.com right now. Not bad. I just want to point out, though, nobody is buying Snapple online. Or who are these people? You guys don't even understand how big and how many flavors I am looking at right now. We might have 50 different Snapple flavors. You have got to go to Snapple.com right now.
Okay.
Please look at Snapple.com.
I've never
products.
been a big Snapple person.
I haven't had Snapple in probably 15 years, but I know that they put that sugar in there. They get those little extra flavors. Get a little of that Red 5 or whatever that stuff is.
They're PC. You go to shop flavors. Is that what you're up at?
Are you seeing the products? Snapple.com /products.
Look at amazing.
Are you seeing these?
Their lemonade is really good. I'm serious.
What, the lemonade is good?
The lemonade's good.
I wouldn't
peach mangosteen, outstanding.
Which one of these you think is which one of these would you try?
Me?
Like, what would be, if you had to choose one? I see one right there. It has the most unnatural color I've ever seen in my life, but it kind of has drawn me to it.
Let me guess. Wait.
Try, I won't say. I've never seen that.
Are you trying to go for the, I don't know, actually. I can't even find out what.
I would try the orange carrot.
Orange carrot?
Yeah.
What is orange carrot? Let me see this. Where we got orange carrot?
I'm kind of just, I'd get a classic with some, I think I'd go some black cherry lemonade.
Ooh.
Black cherry lemonade. That sounds like it would be. Let me see that, though. Where is it at? Is it towards the bottom? Ooh, black cherry lemonade. Not bad. Yeah, the flavor and the color that I'm seeing that I just don't think I would see in nature. Basically all of these, but still, that watermelon lemonade up top. I think it might just because they went with a yellow.
Be the one, I guess.
They went with a yellow thing. I don't.
Yeah, the label.
The label looks weird.
I don't know. Watermelon flavored stuff has just never really done anything for me. Like, I love watermelon. It's kind of like banana. Like, I don't want banana flavoring in anything.
Can anyone tell me what the fuck a noni berry is?
What?
What the fuck is a noni berry?
It's Hawaiian, actually.
A noni berry. That's a real thing?
Sure
that Snapple has?
Yeah, it's next to the grape aid and the black cherry diet noni berry.
Yeah, but it's a diet. Why is it diet? What's a noni berry? It's not from Hawaii.
There's 21 reviews on it. Let's check it out.
Just checking out Snapple reviews.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up noni berry.
Best diet flavor I've ever tasted. I would like to know how I can order a case. Wow.
Oh, yeah, Snapple. Nice try. That's Bob over in freaking supplies at Snapple writing reviews. I've never had a noni berry.
My favorite. Yum. Every single one's a 5-star. Every case. Do you really think that we're that stupid, Snapple? Do you think we're that? I mean, I'm sure it's good, but do you think that there's actually people just writing these reviews just about every
Snapple
flavor.
review on the website, because that's the thing. If it's on their website,
these nonies are actually crazy. It's exactly what I thought it was. So
What's
I just looked them up. They're from Asia, but they're also very common in Hawaii, and they actually have a ridiculous amount of uses. They use it for a lot of skin product. People use it they believe it'll help fight cancer. They're one of those little magic fruits,
noni berries.
Noni berries. Yes, so if I type in, because here's the thing with all the new fangled berries and all the things we're working with, every berry has unbelievable properties, right? So, but part of the problem is that if you Google strawberry benefits or strawberry athlete benefits or strawberry cancer benefits, it'll be it's been linked to helping cancer. Literally everything. At this point, everything has been linked to either giving you cancer or taking it away.
So this is deeply ingrained into Polynesian culture, ancient Polynesian culture.
I know it's good for you. I know that it's going to have benefits. I 100% believe that it's helpful, but the problem is, so does everything else. Blueberries are going to be deeply entrenched in somebody else's culture. This berry is going to be over here. Pomegranate's going to be over there. Everybody's got one. What's that new one thing? Goji berries. Deeply entrenched in some sort of Asian cultures, right? It's amazing. It does great things. I'm sure it is.
You have to understand everything all that is marketing. So what's the grains that people eat? What is it called? Oh, because they were talking about these are the things I'd buy if it was the end of the
quinoa?
World. So it's not quinoa. It's
not
I can't remember
seeds,
chia seed, and what's the other thing? Chia seeds and
like muesli, right?
Yeah. It's these weird things. Like the guy was talking about. Okay, if the world was actually ending due to the coronavirus, these are the things I would get, not toilet paper. And that actually a perfect preface. What are the 3 things that you would buy in bulk during the end of the world?
Wow. We need some more context.
Yeah,
you're where you're at. Yeah.
So you cannot leave your home for 6 months straight. You need 3 things you can buy as much as you can to last you for 6 months. 6 months, 3 things.
How long do you have to prepare? How long do you have to get these things?
I think it should be today, now. You have an hour before the asteroid hits.
My one thing would be filling up as much fresh water as possible. I don't care if it's in the bathtub, if it's just filling up buckets. That'd be one. Would just be as much water as I can grab.
That's good.
I agree. Let's make this a collective, because because by the time we hear everybody's, we're going to be using. So I think I agree with that. I don't know. B, are you good with that?
Yeah, water. I definitely need water.
Yeah. So I think we got one. So we have 2 left then. What were you
going to say? I think we should buy the water with the electrolytes in it, though.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, because that'll help you.
Yeah, you'll get more out of it.
I thought, yeah.
You can drink less of it and get more out of it, so it'll last longer.
More efficient.
I would say potatoes might be.
Potatoes are cheap, dude. Potatoes are cheap.
You get a ton of them, and you can just put them somewhere, and they won't go bad.
And you can do a lot of different things with potatoes.
You need a cellar vegetable.
How long do potatoes last without
they last forever?
Really? Is it
especially if you freeze them, dude? If you can cut up potatoes and freeze them as well.
Are we assuming that that's a capability? I mean, we have to assume that that's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have a freezer. I'm going to say you're not.
Electricity is going to go, right?
If you don't have running water, then you're not going to have a freezer.
Yeah, no electricity. Okay.
Yeah, electricity is probably gone.
So water? Are we going with potatoes?
Well, I need to find out how long.
How long it last? 2 to 3 months.
Ooh, that's not going to last in that 6 month period. No. We might have to go with processed food. I mean, that means we're going to be getting a little unhealthy, but we're already not worried about that. We're just trying to survive.
What are you trying to grab? Just whey protein or something? Just as much
No. I'd rather die than live off whey protein for 6 months.
Yeah, I think because also part of the issue is that we want something that's going to be balanced, because people get certain issues, even in modern day life, when they try and go on all protein diets or all fat diet, and they don't realize that they need certain, people even the high meat diet or the all meat diet is the big, people are upset with it. But the problem is that in a nice steak, you have protein, carbs, and fat. And people that don't eat any fat also have problems metabolizing things. And then they eat only carbs and they have problems with their protein intake. And it's just, so we need something balanced that's going to last us 6 months.
What about
that's also going to be
nuts?
Fibrous, kind of
like nuts?
I think you might do it. So how long are nuts lasting in general? I mean, Forever,
nuts
right?
forever, dude. I've had peanuts in my pantry for 3 years.
You know what I might go? You said I might
that's
go
not
peanut
bad.
butter. I might go peanut butter instead of just nuts.
How long does that
And
last?
peanut butter lasts forever.
But you can get like a mixed nut, Tyler. So like we could like eat like cashews one week,
And we could
then
mash up
almonds.
the peanut butter,
Yeah.
right? And
We can make
mash
our own
it up.
peanut butter.
Well,
And we can make our own peanut butter.
You couldn't make your own peanut butter.
Oh yeah, you can.
With only
can.
3 things.
What else?
With
What
water
goes-
and peanuts, you could definitely make a
It's
really
oil.
basic
You need
peanut.
oil.
Oh, you need
You could
oil.
get
But
by.
if you
You could get
mash
by.
that shit. Yeah, you can make that pay. And
It's
at
not
what
going to
point?
be like Peter Pan peanut butter, but you could at least get it
Well,
down
I'm
to a
not
paste and then get a little
It's
water in it.
diff. I'm
Listen,
not touching it.
I could eat nuts for a good 3 months before I need to think about changing those.
Okay.
Changing that into a peanut butter mix.
So if we're choosing nuts, obviously we're choosing pistachios.
Absolutely not.
No,
That
no,
would
no.
not. There's no chance that is. Pistachios are for that's like the luxury nut. It's not
Yeah,
going to give us. It's not going to be filling.
That's what I'm
Tyler, we need no.
It's not
We don't
gonna be
need.
filling.
We don't need this fucking
It's not gonna be
waste
filling.
product. 6 months, Tyler, and all the bags, they've got all these little shells. We've got nothing. We need something like almonds or fucking.
What are we going to do with all those shells?
We're 6 months.
Start our fires. So that's what we're
No.
going to use. And the Kindle.
So we got
so
water.
we're living on water.
We got, what kind of nuts though?
I think it's going to be between I think it should be salted because I think that's also going to be important. Although we get electrolytes from the water that are coming in, we're electrolyted water, but I think an almond, a peanut, or what's the most nutritious, dense nut? That's what the Google.
Almond,
That's what's a real
cashews.
Yeah. Most
I'm not a fan.
nutritious. It's got to be
You're just trying to
nutritious
survive,
and
man.
caloric. Yeah,
I'm
most
trying to
nutritious.
survive in style. That's what I'm doing right now.
How many freaking pistachios would you have to eat to be full?
Oh my god, I know, dude. Tyler's gonna be, and we're gonna spend all day. We're gonna die trying to peel.
We're gonna have like scabs on our fingers from trying to break them open. Die of an infection.
Tyler's trying to get some pistachios. You're just trying to sit there with a wine glass full of electrolyte water and some pistachios on them.
I'm gonna survive this in class, man.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
no. It looks
Okay.
like the most nutritious caloric. It looks like they've got cashews, they got pecan, walnuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bet walnuts. I bet those things will power you.
So
for
we need
years.
a mixed. Yeah, we need like some sort of mixed nut bag.
So we'll just like go to Costco, just get those huge things of mixed nuts.
yeah, and those will last us for sure.
Oh,
for
we'd
more
be
than 6
money,
months.
dude. We would be able to like put gains on it.
Gain. I think we could put some gains on. That's what I was thinking. Like, we just keep putting it in. Like that's
So we got
some,
water, we got nuts, and then
So
what would
what
the
else
third
do we
thing
need?
be?
Now, here's the problem. We have to make sure that we understand. I said an asteroid was coming.
So you think it has to be some?
I don't know. Are we going protection? Are we going like we're three? Like, let's imagine we're all in the same. We're in the same spot, right? So we're pretty good on protection, more or less, right? We're 3 guys.
Mhm.
We're not in our 70s, so we should be able to fend off at least another 2.
Should we
or-
just take a luxury item and just take the internet?
No.
to
I-
talk to who?
What do you think
Well,
about?
we don't even talk. You can look up how to do anything on the internet. That'd probably be pretty useful.
That would be
There's
not
no.
useful.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think a luxury item is.
You don't think the
to make
internet
it
would be useful to
Propane,
survive?
lighter
with that?
fluid.
Wait.
We're assuming that communication is out, Tyler. That the
It's
asteroid
communication
hit.
doesn't matter. It's a library. You could look up how to do anything. Anything you need to do to survive. You could look up how to survive an
It's not
asteroid,
bad.
and there's going to be a literally just
It's not
endless
bad,
amount of
but
information on
we
it.
have. Remember, we only get 3 things.
Two
I would say
things.
you're not wrong because you have the
Yeah.
history of the whole human race.
So you
there.
need to take 2, like a phone and the internet.
Yeah, we get 3 things. So no, we can assume that we have our phone there, but in part of like restricting this down to like a real scenario,
Yeah.
we got to assume
Yeah,
that
well,
the
I would-
internet's not working.
I would say that maybe not the internet. I would say some like super in-depth survival book.
We're 6
Do you want
months
a
basically
survival
stuck
book?
inside.
I want to, yeah. 'cause
You know
I
how to
don't-
survive in your house, though.
Yeah. Fuck a survival book.
It's like
with running water and
an asteroid hit, right? Are we going with an asteroid hit?
Asteroid
Well,
hits
no.
6 months. No internet.
we're
6
doing
months
asteroid
inside.
6 months.
People are looting. People are out
So we're
just losing their
So we're
minds.
in a nuclear. We're in a
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah, you're
Actually
in,
hit for the nuclear winter.
yeah, you're in that sort of.
I
Weird
say lighter
nuclear-
fluid.
Lighter fluid.
just to be able to light fires and stuff like that.
Yeah, just a bunch of lighter fluids so we can do fires. We could figure out other ways to like cook our nuts
right.
with. We can make a nut stew with
Our nuts. I forgot about that.
You wouldn't need lighter fluid if we kept all the pistachio shells.
How are you gonna make a fire with pistachio shells?
You get the little stick with the little string. If I have my book, I can look it up, and then we can have that as the Kindle. And you just like they're super combustible. They're very combustible.
Pistachio nuts are combustible. Where did you learn that?
By burning them.
He burns pistachio. That's how he powers his home.
Yeah. I have no idea. I mean, lighter fluid sounds good just to have heat, just in case it's cold. We're assuming that it's probably gonna be cold all over as a nuclear winter comes in.
Who needs
it's gonna be dark.
Who needs cold when you can just have pistachio shells?
Yeah.
That's what we could fund our whole economy on pistachio.
Yeah. That's just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Something to make fire seems good.
We need a light source. We need a heat source. That's a huge thing we're missing.
Yeah. All right. So it's some sort of fire thing. So we're basically good. We've solved this. Everybody listening, take our advice. We're qualified individuals, doctors, survival specialists.
Yeah.
So if the asteroid is coming, you want to go. Absolutely, do not grab any pistachios. Get some water. Get some lighter
with electrolytes
or something. With electrolytes, and you're good. Yep. I think we solved that.
Is lighter fluid what we want our starter to be, though?
Yeah, you just spray that shit on everything and just catches everything on fire.
Boom. I don't know. I don't know how you would start doing matches.
I mean, that would be the easiest way to get a spark to light, because if you have it on there and then you just like do your rocks and hit them together, you just need one spark and that thing's gonna
and it just goes up. All right. Well, we basically solved that. So all you bitches trying to figure out how to survive in a nuclear winter, you're welcome. If like you guys are listening to this after the nuclear winter, you're welcome, because we got you through it. If the internet was up for like the first month.
If they chose internet as one of their
oh my gosh.
It would only last for like a month or two. Like, all right, well, how about now? Let's bring it off that and just say, what if the internet just disappeared tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yes.
There'd be anarchy.
Would there be anarchy? Like, people wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think people would just loot. I think the first thing would be is I'm going to go to the grocery store and take everything I get my hands on.
Just think about that. I don't have Snapchat today. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
If the internet died and I was here in Zagreb, I can't turn on the TV and figure out what the fuck to do.
Oh.
Like, I would be...
How did people do it before this then, Tom?
Well, I guess I would...
You were alive.
Or I text Jolitz and I'd be like, yo, like, what's going on?
I get it. But what... the internet is a new thing, so people weren't just looting like before, like 19 whatever. You said the internet came out in the 60s, but it went wide until the 90s.
I think that would be more a reaction to the internet's like such deeply rooted into everything that we do now. If that went down, like something's happening. Like if the internet's just gone and we're in the middle of this pandemic going on, like there's...
Oh yeah,
I think that's into like, it's not just the fact that, I don't have the internet anymore. It's that this thing that might as well be roads. It's like if you woke up tomorrow and all the roads were just gone.
Yeah. How would people how would 6-year-olds and like 70 and maybe even 50-year-olds, how would they would be able to shift back really easily to a non-internet age because they lived their whole life with the internet. So
if they think that they're going to be able to get whatever they need to survive, then
because like my grandparents don't use the internet on a daily basis.
There you go.
So like their reality is still without internet. They watch cable TV. So like if that actually happened, nothing would really change for them. So there's a percentage of the world. Obviously, internet access is only I don't even know what the percentage is now that it reaches, but most of the world doesn't. I mean, I wouldn't say most of the world.
Most of the world has internet.
Most of the world has internet.
Thanks to mobile phones.
Most of the world does have internet.
Because when India got, everyone started getting smartphones, that changed that in Asia. But before that, I mean, that's not very long, though. If we went back to it, it wouldn't be that big of a change.
But I'm not even saying – I'm saying that what do you think the news channels would be telling your grandparents if the internet was just gone?
Oh, that's a good point, because they steal most of the stuff on cables. They just get that from other people.
It's not even that. It's that something very wrong is going on right now.
Well, yeah,
I can't think of something more catastrophic, more really apocalypse like that would happen than if the internet just was gone and people were like, "Hey, you guys, we don't have it anymore."
Okay, here we go. I got the stats right in front of me. So I'm going to get you guys to guess. So in 2005, there were 6.5 billion people on Earth. I want you guys to tell me the percentage.
In 2005.
Hold on, let me make sure I understand this. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, in 2005, there were 6.5 billion people on Earth. Oh, I've got the stats all the way up until 2019 here, and it is interesting. And there are parts of the world that still have zero internet.
2005, I would say 32%.
32% of the users worldwide have the internet, is what you're guessing.
Yes.
I'm going to say 31%.
Okay. Price is right at him. No, you're both way off. Users worldwide, only 16%.
Oh, I won though.
It's a lot of people, obviously.
You won. Yep.
Now, at that time in 2005, only 8% of the users were in the developing world, which I don't understand these stats exactly. Oh, I see. And out of the developed world, yeah. So half of the people in the developed world in 2005 had access to the internet, essentially is what they're trying to say. Now, fast forward to now. Do you guys know what it is now in the developing world?
It's around 30%.
In the developing
world?
Developing world, not the developed world, the developing world.
Oh, developing.
Meaning that they're on their way trying to get.
Country you can give for
it doesn't look like they're giving me a country that's in the developing world, but I'm going to assume that those countries are some in Africa, some in South America, Southeast Asia. I think Nigeria would still classify as a developing, even though they're extremely developed in some portions. There's a lot of portions that are still underdeveloped. Yeah. So
developing, I would say 65.
In 2019, okay. B?
I'm going to go...
You said 30.
No, I'm going to go 49%.
Oh, now you're just trying to creep closer.
47% of the users in the developed world in 2019 have access to the internet.
You feel good about that first 30% guess, and then...
Well, I have to listen to all the facts and the figures before I give my estimates, and I listened to that, and I changed my decision.
There were no more facts and figures. There was nothing else given.
So in the developed world, though, 86%.
87.
Yeah.
I was going to go 87.
Dude, people have phones and don't have homes. Like, that's like people have access to internet but don't have stuff now, which I think that's a good thing. I think everyone should have access to internet, even if you don't have a home or anything like that.
It's a human right.
Yeah.
Human right. End of story. It has to at this rate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting a job without an internet or a phone?
Oh, dude, this is perfect. I was at Chipotle. And right now it's all digital. Like, so in Kansas City, we're on lockdown, but you can go order out, right?
Okay.
And obviously, I go on the app, order my food, walk up, they open the door, they hand me my bag, and then I walk out. This guy walked up to the door, and I've never seen someone so mad that they have to use the internet to order their food. This guy lost his mind. He's like, "No, I don't have a phone. I don't use the internet. I don't use the internet. I want my food." And the person like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we only can take orders digitally. And the guy just got so mad, turned around, he's like, "Fine," and just like walked off and left.
Wow. Yeah. I actually, I feel for him. I feel for that dude.
I do,
because I also don't feel like it's like I'm here with you talking to you, other human who's inside the store. I would like some chicken and some vegetables. Can you give that to me? No, I can't. You have to go through this third party in the cloud. It's like, fuck, dude.
I feel that way with some parking meters where, like, I have quarters in my car. I can pay the $2 that you need, but you want me to go download this whole app, put in my license plate, put in the area program,
have that data.
Like, I have quarters. Let me just put in these goddamn quarters.
I agree.
Let me grab that data from you, Tyler. Let me just grab that data real quick, and let me sell that off to this company and that company.
I told you guys this in chat, I would not trust Chipotle making anything for me if I am not there to micromanage everything I'm not paying $12 for a burrito that has a scoop and a half of rice in it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Not skimping on rice doesn't make any sense anywhere, especially if you just where are the margins at there? Give me all the rice. Give it all to me. And like I don't want to go because like
the lime juice they put in the rice is probably worth more than the actual rice. No, I've been there for Will's meltdowns.
Will go crazy.
Will's the most calm person. He's the most centered Zen person I've ever met in my entire life. But there is just like a couple things, and not getting enough rice. Oh my god, dude!
That is fucking one of them.
Rice like just increases the value of a meal by exponentially to what rice is actually worth. Like
that's very true.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you have the right amount, adding things onto the rice then can make you're okay. Like it's fine. It'd be like having a meeting.
Seriously, give me half as much curry and twice as much rice.
Exactly.
I'd rather have
exactly.
That.
Exactly.
Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to eat curry like a soup.
That's what I said. Why have you given me a giant bowl? I can't drink this like a soup. You didn't give me a spoon in the first place, so I can't even soup it up. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. Fuck your whole entire restaurant. I hope you go out of business. Like I hate you.
Oh man, he got so mad at this Thai place we were at. We had just filmed. We were doing the 21-day challenge, so we were starving, man. We were starving, and we sit down in this place, and he ordered the red curry. Comes out, and they just have like 1/2 cup of rice there.
I know exactly. I know the plate. I can visualize the plate in the bowl. It's a plate,
giant thing of curry, just so much chicken, so much stuff, and just a little bit of rice. And then he goes, "Can I get a little more rice?" And the bill comes out, and it has charged for like $3.99 for a 1/2 cup of rice. He goes, whoa. He's like, ma'am, sir,
no,
ma'am, sir.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had a similar experience in Denmark where we were already paying probably like $16, $17 for just like a takeout Thai food.
No, I can't. I cannot handle it. It will drive me. Like if people wanted to like put me on a hidden camera show, that's what you do. That's what you do.
Prank.
You take me to an Asian place and you just give me like 2 grains of rice. Like they're gonna see me clawing people down. Just what the fuck is going on?
It would seriously be like if we went to one of these kebab places and you go to the kebab place and like only half of the filling fits in the tortilla and the rest of it's just filled out and you're just where's the rest of the tortilla? It's like, oh, you have to pay extra for that. Like
I can't handle it. I really
it's the cheapest ingredient. That's what blows my mind is it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what else any of those places use that's cheaper than rice.
I was actually going to go back. So bringing that back to that guy who I feel for and for our society, which I think, because here's another thing. You ever deal with having to call companies and talking to their stupid robot? And I don't want to talk. Any company that doesn't allow me to press 0 for speaking to an operator and it doesn't ring. I want it to, here's how it works. I call your company. Okay. Yeah. You can have an automated thing in case I just want to check something. I think you should have it. It makes things more efficient.
Yes.
When I press 0, you go, please use our automated system. If I get that message, I'm going to freak out. If I also press 0 and it doesn't immediately take me, start ringing and start going to a person, I'm going to freak out. Why?
You ever go through like 5 number, like they give you 5 options and none of them are even close to what you asked for, and none of them are like like
I'll try.
This is the miscellaneous option, and you go through all 5, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, which one am I? You just press a random one, and the random person will just put you to where you need to be.
Exactly, that's it. Because I still end up having to talk to a person and telling that person my problem, and then they have to then figure out where to send me. So you haven't made it better.
No, the automated system, most of the time it doesn't even work for what it's set up to do. It's supposed to filter you into a certain department, right? I've never had an automated system be like, okay, well, what do you have an issue with? Okay, this, okay, we're going to pass you on. I still get the person. They ask me for my name, my number, my birth date, what I'm calling about. Like, what is this? What's the point?
Yeah, why? There is none.
What's the point?
None. Put everybody on hold for a little bit until you calm down. I have no idea.
Customer service.
What if it's just the person, whoever's making the beats for the little music that goes on? What if it's all just a huge conspiracy for them to get their music out there?
Yeah, but it's always shitty music, so I don't know. Let's get Drake. Let's like hang out and like.
I'm surprised that
do some
isn't a
beats.
thing. I'm surprised that like when you call into automated systems, there isn't a way to like advertise like music and things
Oh.
Like
like
someone's
that.
new album that just came out that week or something.
Yeah, they probably have good numbers on that. I mean, think about somebody like a bank, like
Or like, what about like
You
a
know.
podcast? So you just run a podcast on your automated system while
Yeah.
you're waiting, and it like talks about new
Choose.
product offerings, and it's something.
I've
that's
seen
actually
some of
interesting.
those.
Really?
I've seen some of those where you choose either your music, you choose the type
Okay.
of music. They're like, yeah, you know, you can have, but like, you know,
But
if
it's
you're
like
like,
shit
I like
music,
rock. Yeah. Exactly. It's shit music. You press rock
Yeah.
and it's like Elvis Presley, like, like from the 60s, you know, you're like,
Do you know
whoa.
there's a person that like really enjoys that? Like, there has to be people that like when they hear that music, they're like, "Oh, this is nice."
You know who it is? I know who it is. It's serial killers. I have a picture of a guy who's like a serial killer. He calls the bank, and what he does is he puts it on speakerphone, and like it's like, would you like to listen to Beethoven 6? And he presses it, and just think of a movie, and it's just like, and he's like chopping up just like a body. Yeah. And they're like, hello, Mister. How would you like? Hold on, just one second. And he just chops up a little finger. I need my debit card.
The scene coming to me is from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Where the guy puts on what song is that he
I don't know.
puts
It's been
on?
forever since I've seen Reservoir Dogs, but
He's just dicing up this guy's face to like the happiest music
Oh my
ever.
gosh.
those are the guys that like it. And the only other thing that I would say, which is off this topic now, basically or somewhat, is the checkout lines at grocery stores.
Mhm.
This is probably
Those took me forever to figure out.
those what?
Those took me forever to figure out.
If you
I used to have
figure them out,
assistants called over to me like all the fucking time until like maybe 6 months ago.
do you know when they're useful? They're useful to have there. I think we should have them. But
Absolutely.
I think it's good. Like if you have a person, like if there's nobody in the store, I'm going to give it to you so you can just do my job. So just take it.
Yeah.
Boom, I give you the cash, I leave, or I just press my
Yeah.
Apple Pay and I go.
Yeah.
Like when there's a lot of people at line, and because people don't want to go to those, it's great because I can skip. I can just go boom, and if I know how to use it, I've used it a bunch. I go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I'm gone. So that's where it makes sense. But like if a lot of times though, those things they screw up also, and you got to call over a clerk, and they got to go put the key in and the code, and they got to go. Well, you didn't press the 6739.
Oh, sorry.
Why didn't you press that?
My bad. I'm sorry. I wasn't trained on how to fucking use your grocery system.
Exactly. So
The worst part about those is that if you're buying any sort of beer or alcohol,
why?
then you need someone to come over
check your
anyway.
ID.
You check your ID. Or like not even check your ID, but like it's just even if you're like 98 buying something from there, it just will light up. Someone has to come be like, oh, this dude's 98. Press something else, and then
Right. Well, you know how to fix that. You know how to fix that, and I bet you I'm not. This is okay. Let me see what you guys think. But let me go out on a limb here and say some of these self checkouts, because we're going to have less and less. We're going to maybe get to the point where we don't have people checking people out. Right? Businesses start to understand it may get there in certain places. Just watch me on this. So try your alcohol. Let's go to a liquor store, Tyler. Yeah. You have an issue where someone needs to do that. Well, we got facial.
No, liquor store. I don't have any.
Obviously, no, but we got facial recognition now. Okay. So you want to buy alcohol there. We're gonna check your face with the DMV with the national system.
I don't want my face.
That's too bad. Do you want alcohol? Because I'm pretty sure a bunch of people who I'm pretty sure they're going to still buy it, and they're going to put their face, and they don't care. It's already on your phones, and they've got a database of your phone or of your
being used everywhere.
Everywhere.
If that was happening, I'm just brewing.
It's already happening. It's already happening. They have your face.
Your face, everything you do is being used to teach cars how to drive. Like all that and stuff that's catching your face and all that kind of stuff, it's all being used to just create a robot.
I get that, but that's more of the, a little bit, when you don't know what's happening, it's a little more
dangerous. Yeah, it's more dangerous.
Ignorance is bliss, you don't have to. I know every time I want to go buy some beer, there's a thing just like I'm going through airport security.
Well, no, it's not like that. They're going to make it. They won't make it like that. They won't make it all airport security like. It's going to be all very nice.
No. I just mean no. I just mean at the end, like just like I don't have an issue with you go down, you put your passport down, they take a picture of your face, and you just like go through to customs.
Dude, I'm telling you though, you're not even going to know. It's going to be just there.
No, it's not. It's not the process. It's not
No, no. Everything you say, do you notice it? He goes, no.
Yeah. Well, what are you saying though? What process?
I'm saying that I don't want every single time I go to a liquor store, there's my face just.
It's not. You don't know that. You don't know. They're not going to accept your.
No.
Well, first off, yes, there are cameras in there, so obviously,
Well, I know there's cameras, but they get reset every.
What I'm saying is, imagine a world where there's no more clerks, right? Imagine that they don't have to check your. It's not going to be in these big screens where you have to put a thing on there. It's literally you're going to pay with cash, or sorry, you're not going to pay with cash. You're going to pay with your card, Apple Pay. You're going to pay on your phone, right? Because everybody has a phone, and it's going to be a little tiny speck because on your phone right now is a camera that is smaller than your thumb that can make sure. I mean, actually, it's a pinprick on the front. Okay, it's a pinprick on your thing, and it can determine if it's you or not. Right? Yeah. Well, guess what? When you go to stand after you put your beer down there, it looks and it goes, cool. This person is above the age we decided. It either accepts you or not. And if it doesn't, because we're going to get into the security world, like it's either going to shut shit down or there's a big guy standing there with a gun at the
So it's Clark.
What's that?
There is a Clark.
No, he's just security. He's just there for.
Oh, he's not security. He's not security.
Tyler.
He's not a clerk. He's security.
He's going to help with that.
Do you scan your driver's? Do they scan your driver's license when you go buy alcohol?
Where?
Like in the U.S. when you're in D.C.
Yes, I don't really get carded in the U.S. anymore.
Okay, but like some cities, they scan people's cards every time they buy at grocery stores.
Oh, yeah,
scan how?
I know. That was like the whole.
There's a scan on the back of your driver's license.
I get it. But
no.
They put it like in a computer scan.
It just shows up if it's like real or not, even though you can make fake ID that scan. That was like a big thing with fake IDs, is if yours could.
So they go, whoop,
was like
and then the system, the DMV or the government, they're going, okay, this person's face information, okay, yep, that's him, and they get you buy beer. There's nothing different to what Will's saying, except it's a little bit further advanced.
That's all. Yeah, it's quicker.
No, it's more that now I don't get scanned anyways.
I love how you think this is not going to happen. This is going to happen.
I'm not saying it's not going to happen.
It's going to happen. You're going to have to comply with it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You say you're going to start your own brewery. You're not. You're going to have to comply. You're going to have to comply if you want your beer. That's it.
I'm going to find the nice places that actually have humans working there, and we both sort it out.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, here's the other thing. I don't know where this discussion was going on in another podcast. Do you think the question was, so now that we can create artists in 3D holograms, do you think not that's not where you're going, not where you think I'm going with this, not do I think a 3D concert would be better than a normal person having that, but do you think, just like movies, that concerts are going to be moved into the home, into an experience where you don't have to leave and go anywhere? Because the movie theater, yeah, you go to the movie theater sometimes, but you watch a shitload of Netflix. You do. And you watch a ton of YouTube, and you don't go to the movie theater anymore and as much as you would if those things didn't exist. Yeah. And if we can bring you that experience
to your living room,
I mean, I think it would be better than not going. Like if I'm in, say, Croatia and my favorite artist is performing in Washington, D.C., and I say, but if I'm in Washington, D.C., and my favorite artist is in Washington, D.C., and I can afford the ticket,
sure,
I'm going to go see it in person.
Yeah, but then what about this? Now I'm going to start watch parties. Now I'm going to start, and then you're down. It doesn't matter if you're right down the road. What if the experience starts to become a bit better, where the party is cool, and you have we got a big Golarami house. We set up the stage room area and just invite all of our friends over. And instead of going down there, we have our own private party at the same time while everybody's up on stage, and it looks exactly like that. The music and the sound system is perfect.
I think it would depend on what it's synced to. I don't know. I think there's a big difference on like if it's live, if that person they're live. They're having a concert.
Yeah, they're having a concert, but you get to experience that same thing in some sort of virtual way.
Just right,
and it's 3D and in that experience. Yeah.
You can already sit courtside at like March Madness with the VR headsets and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Well, VR is not like a party set.
No. But I'm just saying, like in 2020, we already have an ability to like put someone in in a stadium, have a courtside view, and you put on your VR headset and you're
No,
watching the
but-
game and you have the
but the
sounds.
But the big appeal of this would be is if you're doing it with a group of other people.
True,
Yeah,
but there's
absolutely.
Like it's like
Yeah.
you're like creating a mini concert. Like it's like a little mini concert
yeah.
here. I would choose the mini concert over that.
So you would choose,
then.
so you would literally choose to not go to the main thing.
Oh, I'd choose it over the main thing.
If you're just with your friends, you do whatever you want in your house.
It's going to
and,
look
like, you
better.
have a
It's
good
going to
setup,
sound better. It's going to be better.
But
Yeah.
you're going to need a ridiculous amount of like. This is going to be some 1% stuff
At first,
where you need
at first,
At first,
TV was like that at first.
gonna-
I bought a fucking flat screen TV in 2005 for $1,000. I don't even want to know how much. It was 32
$200.
inches. It was 32 inch.
Oh my God.
32 inch.
Probably like
Oh my
$35,
God.
$40.
That's
You don't
insane.
even, yeah. So it doesn't at first, great. All those things will be ridiculous at first and they will trickle down and you're going to get tickets to every concert in the whole entire world for $10.
You know this is being worked on. You know this is like, think about what some of these like Zoom and Skype and like all these different, that's what they're moving towards, man.
Yeah.
There is still definitely an appeal towards seeing
It's
it,
better.
like, live.
It's still
and-
better.
Or like just,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, did we lose, Tyler? Oh, you're frozen.
No,
You were
he's good,
frozen
he's
for a
good.
second.
No.
Okay.
no,
Oh, okay.
frozen in thought.
Frozen in thought. Yeah, no, the thing is that there's some sort of, and we have this now also somewhat scientifically, but you have a magnetic field around you. We know that there are certain energy, the buzz and flow of things that you're not gonna be able to pick up necessarily, probably in the same sense. Now, it doesn't mean, like we said, it would be awesome if we could just hang out at Golarami HQ and just have a concert from here and then get a concert from South America. And like we have our own energy going on, but it's going to be different than if it was 100,000 people at Woodstock, all there getting crazy and whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be different, but there's still always going to be appeal to a live show for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But when you were talking about the the March Madness thing,
Yeah.
by the way, I mean, we can talk about this immediately after. How shitty is that for all the March Madness NBA kids? Sorry, not kids. The kids that were going to play March Madness or had a great junior year and then
or even
boom.
Think about that, a senior year. Think about being a senior at KU, number 1 seed. They're like,
oh man,
queued up to have a really good, tournament run, and then you just, nope, sorry, bud, you're not tournament this year.
Yeah, I'm even more. I guess some of the top. It's probably not even as poor. We're gonna adjust. They'll hold some sort of special tournament or some McDonald's American thing, and they'll see all those top players. They will.
My iPad ran out of storage after 40 minutes.
What's that? Sorry, say that again.
My iPad ran out of storage after 40 minutes.
Oh, no problem. We'll make you a funny VR. We'll have our editors put together a VR experience for the listeners.
Which makes no sense since our last podcast went over an hour, and I deleted that, and I haven't recorded anything since.
Did you change maybe
probably all the porn you download in the background?
No,
yeah.
On the iPad, no, I can't. It's because on the iPad you can't really watch porn. So you need to
yeah, you don't understand the logistics of this, B. Like,
oh my god,
you need a keyboard for porn. Like, I don't understand people who watch porn on their phones. It blows.
As a matter of fact, there was this tweet from she's some sort of I didn't know who she was. She's she's an artist of some kind, like a singer or something like that. And she has a tweet that went viral that said because she had a ton of Twitter followers, like I don't know, 600,000 or something like this. And she goes, "It's really hard to masturbate right now with all you guys tweeting at me." She was using her phone. And everything is just popping up, and so she's trying to like.
Have you seen one of those accounts, Instagram accounts or whatever, that shows a live stream of their
notifications
comments of like something? Oh my god! It's just like it's absurd just how quick. It's just a funnel of just names flying down at like 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm kind of amazed you said you need a keyboard to watch porn. I kind of want to hear more about that.
Well, you need like one hand to do whatever you're gonna do, and one hand to type. And like, I don't want to flip over the iPad and like type on it. Like, I can't. Like, I don't want to be like typing on it like this.
I guess that makes sense.
So,
I don't have an iPad.
I like just a quick. I just like one hand. You type with one hand, and then you just.
Can we get into this now too? Since you already got us here, there was a DM the other day. It was a while back because I haven't responded. I wonder if this kid's listening. The question was, "Hey, what do you know?"
I saw this. I know exactly.
You know where I'm going.
This was a comment on. This was a comment.
Well, it's happened more than once. It's happened more than once, but I'm referring to this guy because it was a serious one, Tyler. Like it wasn't a joke. It was a serious.
No. Nothing you said. Nothing you said. No. Listen to me. Jesus Christ.
Okay, but it was. What are your thoughts and opinions on semen retention? And
this is the exact comment. This is B. I'm telling you, this is the exact. I know exactly what comment he's talking about.
I don't know on YouTube because there's a guy.
It was on YouTube. This was a comment.
I know.
On YouTube.
No, we get this question a lot. A lot. I mean, not maybe a lot, like compared to other things, but like it's a real.
We got it once. Yeah, I remember once we got it, or like way.
We get it. We get this question, and obviously it only pertains to guys.
Yeah.
But that's an internal question in like the World Cup and stuff too. Like some clubs are like no sex, like you can't bring your partners, or you can bring your partners there, but no sex. Or as a matter of fact, I can remember. I think it was an Italian coach who says, and I like this idea: no sex in the first round because of the intensity and craziness of it, but sex throughout the rest of the tournament because of the flow of Everybody's different, Tyler. So it's not
exactly
one answer.
But I'm not even thinking of this. I'm thinking this is a goalkeeper versus field player.
Oh well, you guys can do whatever. You guys can literally be out your mind. It doesn't matter.
We can do mostly it's very easy for us to focus, like give 100% of whatever.
I bet goalkeepers jerk off at halftime.
Just because there's nothing for them to do. I played with
the latex. That good, but
I played with a guy who would come in at halftime and smoke as much as he possibly could.
Wow.
Like he would run off the field and smoke.
Wow.
Yeah, he couldn't.
We'd have our coach. This is the Balkans. I guarantee.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in the Balkans.
We have our coach giving his halftime speech with fucking cigarette, just like chain smoking through our halftime speech at halftime.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's classic. Those things are classic. You know who Tony Miola is, Tyler?
No, I don't.
He was which you should. He's a goalie. We could probably get him to come on. To be honest,
I don't know why you guys are so surprised every time I say I don't watch.
Dude,
soccer.
he's like one of the best goalkeepers in America.
Yeah, he's one of the best goalkeepers.
But I don't watch. But if
you would love him. You would love him. His mentality too, because he was he didn't give a shit.
I didn't. I didn't know like Sergio Romero. Like,
yeah,
I didn't know who he was. I love him. I think this shit's
that makes a lot of sense to me. But this guy was like big when you were like growing up. Like,
yeah, he was.
There was no soccer on TV when I was growing up.
What are you talking about?
96.
I wasn't.
You act like you're from like the 1960s or something. Jesus Christ!
I wasn't exposed to it. There was literally never soccer on my TV channel.
Right, but that's because your parents decided not to watch soccer, though, not because there wasn't soccer.
Okay, but that means for me there was not soccer on.
Well, I'm happy that for you. We all had different experiences, though.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There's
no TV. The majority of Americans did not have soccer on their TVs.
Tyler, if you liked watching soccer, you would have watched soccer.
Yeah.
On TV.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I need something. I need something that I need a team.
That's true. Like I have a hard time watching.
If I see Leicester in,
can you name 2 EPL teams? You can't name another EPL team. If I see Leicester,
if I see Leicester and West Brom, I don't know if they got relegated or not. They might have.
I'm not sure. If I see
West Brom on, I have no. I just don't. I don't care about either of those teams. I don't care about the result. I'm not going to watch something. As opposed to in the NFL, if I see any 2 teams in the NFL play, there's one team that I dislike more than the other.
So you have an emotional attachment. You have and you have an understanding.
In European soccer, I have zero emotional attachment, and I have a very hard time watching sports without any emotional attachment, unless I'm putting money on the games, which I've just started doing recently.
But you know what the greatest thing is actually for me and having zero emotional attachment to European clubs? I get to watch and move with the players. I don't care. I get to appreciate, because I actually like the sport. I get to appreciate whatever. I don't care if Eden Hazard leaves Chelsea and goes to Madrid. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want, bro. Keep balling. I love his skill, so I get to enjoy it there. I started to I used to hate Bayern Munich because of one person, and he was a goalie, Tyler. B, do you know who it is? While I check this thing. Can you think of the goalies in the 90s? You know him. He has red hair. I'll tell you. Just give me 1 sec.
No, I don't know. Sorry.
So there's a guy, Tyler. His name is Oliver Kahn.
Oh.
You don't like Oliver Kahn. He has blonde hair. Why are you saying
it's
red?
reddish blonde? There's no way.
It's
not blonde.
No way
Tyler, people in Scandinavia are blonde.
It's blonde brown. It's dirty blonde.
All right.
It's not red.
It's reddish.
Blonde isn't even
It's reddish.
Get out of it. I'm looking up some pictures.
All right, you look at some pictures of this guy and don't type in blonde hair.
If you said it was any other color than red, I would have said
it's reddish.
Kahn, but
that man has reddish blonde hair. Look at him. I'm looking at him now. I fucking hate him. I used to hate this guy so much.
How is that reddish blonde?
It's red.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
He's got a little red in there. We'll put it up. We'll put it up to the task. We'll put a picture up.
Skin, skin doesn't count.
Type it in. Okay, dirty blonde.
Yeah, when he has a strawberry blonde.
Yeah, there you go. Strawberry blonde. There's no way that you can tell me that he's blonde because he's bleached blonde hair, Tyler. Look at this. Look at that. Tyler, look at this fucking picture. Look at this picture.
I'm looking at my own
picture. He has that. Yeah. He has the same color hair as my girlfriend.
You would say blonde before red.
My girlfriend. They have that dirty blonde, it's not.
It doesn't. If you were describing Oliver Kahn's hair or someone's hair like this, you would say they were blonde.
No, you would not. You would not go, oh yeah, blonde. Blonde like the blonde blue-eyed people, Tyler.
You would say he has red hair.
Look at that picture.
Look
at that picture.
Okay, I would agree that I wouldn't say that he has red hair first.
Yeah, okay, red as in
Alexi Lawless has red hair.
Yeah, but he has super red hair. He has extremely red hair.
That's why you describe red hair.
Yeah.
Oh, so all redheads. So all redheads. So I see. It's a very black and white thing for you. Anyone who has extremely red hair or has the complete red look, they have red hair. Anyone that has a touch of red is not red anymore. So you're
the touch of red. You go by the dominant color, not the.
No, he has reddish hair. I'm not saying he's a redhead. I won't. Yeah. I'll give it to you that he's not a redhead like Alexi Lawless, but that's obvious. I'm not what I'm saying.
He has red. You don't.
What was that? What was that you just said? He has some reddish hair. Do you have red hair? Is your hair black or brown?
I have maybe a couple. I don't know.
You have black hair.
It's probably brown. Black. I would say.
On here it looks black. In person, you have brown.
I'm brown, so it's brown.
So you're brown. There's no black.
But I have when it gets sunny, I get blonde highlights.
There we go. This guy can't fucking prove anything. He can't. He is point. Moving on.
Oliver Kahn saying he has red hair. You say he's blonde. Everybody says Oliver Kahn.
Dude, no one.
Can we
do
that? Can we have Can we add something to the show? I want to add something.
What's that?
To the podcast show. I really always enjoyed. Is it around the horn when the person loses? You get muted. You just get muted.
We need T-Toss there. Yeah. We need T-Toss.
Go ahead and put him on mute.
Put him on mute. That is fucking ridiculous.
We need 5 people on at once.
Well, we need to, yeah. We have a panel here. We'll bring it. We need to have sections of the show. Because, and what I'm thinking is, by the way, guys, if you're still here listening to this 54 minutes in.
Nobody's still here.
People are still here, which is scary because also what's going to happen is this is going to be the 4th in the audio versions when we start labeling those and getting those out, which we will start here basically from April. We will have picked up, what do you call that? Regulars. picked up the regs that are just like, oh, dude, I enjoy every Tuesday. I just gotta get my biscuits and tea, and they're here right now, Tyler. You're talking to them, so don't downplay those dudes. Them. Yeah, don't disrespect your biscuits and tea fan. They're here. They're here. You know, they're diehard.
The B and T boys.
The B&T boys.
The B&T boys.
And girls.
We better have, because you know what? As we keep going, all we got to do in order to get girls fans.
I want to have girl fans.
You just have to have prominent women that they want to see on the show. That's it.
Yeah. Let's get Hope. We had a great interaction.
Holy crap, that's a great one. Let's get Hope. She'd fit right in.
Oh, she'd love it.
I will literally email her. She's got to be in quarantine, just like everybody.
Yeah.
Where's she, up in Seattle?
It doesn't matter. If she's in the US somewhere. I heard that, but yeah. I'll message her for it. But anyway, the point is, before we get derailed, because this is the issue, B&T boys and girls, we got a super, I'll call him a Navy SEAL for now, but that's just because we lack the ability to understand what he's really doing. So
I will just say there was 30 guys who were all under the impression he was a Navy SEAL. So if there's a difference, it's a very minor difference, because
he's a badass. He's a badass, and he's coming on B&T, right? So you guys can just go ahead and thank us for keeping this. We're in number 4 right now. All right. So if we're already bringing you this level of quality, where are we going to be at 100 episodes?
Gosh.
Who do we have? Right. So wait a second though. We've already got a Navy SEAL. We don't have a cannibal yet. We don't have an astronaut. We don't have a Rhodes Scholar yet.
I was trying to figure out the background of Ryan Stock.
What do you mean? His background?
The first, who was that?
Ryan. So Ryan's like, he would be
Stock?
Ryan Stock.
Yeah,
that's his name.
Stock, yeah.
He'd be like I don't know. He's more of an entrepreneur more than anything, but the dude's been on these incredible meditation retreats. And how calm is Ryan, dude? By the way,
so calm, dude.
Dude, he's
calm.
Chill.
Whenever I'm around him, I'm just like, my energy just like comes down. I'm not really worried about stuff. It's like, dude. I think everything's okay.
Everything's gonna be fine. Like, Ryan's here, man.
He's just slipping opiates into everybody's food.
Yeah.
Just putting all.
He's got it. He's got it ground up. He just gives a little blow. Like,
that's what I'm saying. He just gives it. Like, oh, nice to meet you, and he has it already on his hand, and it sinks into your skin and just starts to go to the bloodstream.
Totally, you get that feeling from him. But he's an entrepreneur now, obviously, and running Mind Sport and doing the meditation stuff. And
he's the Zencaster.
Yeah, he is the Zencaster. Shout out to Zencaster.
You guys had no idea. Like, I spent probably an hour trying to figure out which clips to send to DK that I could put like in a natural order. That's like, I don't want this guy to get scared off of this.
Yeah. No, it's good, because once we trick enough people to come on, we'll have a giant database, and they'll be like, listen, if Will Smith comes on, like, you can praise it.
We have a Navy intelligence officer on a couple weeks ago. I think you'll be
all right.
I think we do need to allow the guests that we have on to give like their little spiel. We need to give them their moment to talk about whatever they want to broadcast.
You're talking about like the end of Hot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you want to talk about? Like, what is your project? What is your movie? What is your political active? Whatever.
That's the beginning. I think we immediately do that at the beginning when the introduction happens. You give them a little introduction, but you let them intro themselves into basically saying what it is, and they'll talk about what they're. Yeah. And from there, I think we're good. I've lost all of my points. Basically, what we were really
we're figuring out how to run our podcast while doing a podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome, B&T boys, BTB and the BTG. Whoa!
The bad BT boys.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with.
I'll find all these murals all over Zagreb, and I'll just put B&T.
Bad blue.
A little obviously, I'm not going to paint over them, because actually a kid I was just talking to who's like one of their
ultras,
and he was like, so apparently there's kids going around like painting black X's around these guys' eyes of the murals, and he was like, man, when I find these kids doing this, I'm going to break their fucking legs. And he was 100% serious, and I was just like,
no.
it's such
Do
a
you
different
know that
culture. The culture blows my mind. Like, just like, all right, man. Like, I'm
not that into it?
Yes, I support Dynamo. Like, I'm a Dynamo fan.
It does blow my mind though when American fans don't quite understand the level with which football is taken seriously outside the fans. It's beyond a lifestyle. There was I know people die, and I'm not trying to diminish the American fan, but you still get together, you tailgate outside, you get drunk and you can scream at each other.
It's an event.
It's a fun thing, and it's okay. But you can just point at a few movies. Green Street Hooligans is one. They've got documentaries now. There's another one that just came out on Netflix, which is about the Italian ultras and what's going on there. I mean, you could take it to Brazil. A year, maybe 2 years ago, a referee got his head cut off.
They're like in the fourth tier.
Yeah. Imagine being so upset that your minor league hockey team in your community lost a game because of a ref and you cut off his head. Oh my That's not happening.
And they just like painted traitor in blood on the ice. Like
Like
people get like upset here, like if they get a little heckled at a game. Like people are like in Kansas City, they'll go to a Chiefs game and they'll be like, someone was screaming in my ears behind me and I'm not going to be going back ever again.
Yeah.
What would have happened?
What?
If like that play against the against the Saints and Vikings, that pass interference call was like, if that happened in Europe on like an international scale?
Dozens of people would be murdered.
There would be
riots.
Bodies. Yeah. There'd be a body count. There'd be literally for that referee, there'd be a body count for that.
Yeah, Will. Like literally, like this call was completely messed up. Like they actually changed rules
or cheating. Like
2 years ago, like the pass interference call they missed. It was obvious. Okay, absolutely obvious.
Dude got hit well before the ball.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
There was like 12 seconds left in the game. It was literally just decided the game to send a team to the conference, so there's the semifinals. Right. I think.
Yeah,
what it would have gone to. Like worst
call ever.
I don't think I've seen a call.
Like they should have been like, okay, we didn't call it, but like let's just go back and make it right. Let's just call it. They should have done that. Like they should have, but obviously like they didn't, and they actually changed rules about doing video replay, being able to challenge and do video replay because of that. But it's still like the fact that it didn't cause more of an uproar is insane.
Sure.
If that ref was over here in the Balkans, if he was looking at that little replay before he made the call, in the back of his mind, he would have been like, it's probably not the right call. Me and my family are going to get murdered. I should probably switch this.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I played in a friendly in Bosnia. I don't know how many years ago now, right? Just a friendly. Yes, they're two top tier teams. So there's a lot of people there. But it's a friendly, okay?
Yeah.
It's a friendly.
Yeah.
This guy kept getting called for offsides, right? Striker on the other team. Kept getting called for offsides, and they're the home team. Mm. Well, after the third or fourth time, whether they're offsides or not, I can't tell from my position on the field. I don't know. Yeah. The guy, they play the ball over the top.
You like right around where that should be happening?
No, I'm in the midfield. I was playing right mid. I played right mid and attacking mid in this game. I wasn't anywhere near the back line, so I really don't know if the guy's offside or not. They loft the ball over the top. He runs into it. They call him offsides. Well, on the fourth or fifth time, the crowd was getting mad every time. And obviously, Tyler knows what they do to these refs in like shouting wise and heckling wise. It's not like they don't say it like it's ridiculous. Like they're ready to come at you and your life and everything. So they're screaming that, right? And you can tell that the energy's getting kind of, this guy makes another offsides call and two guys come down out of the stands. They're older though, dude. They're like in their 60s, maybe, and they start smashing. What?
They're slamming Slivovica.
Yeah, no, they're drunk out of their minds. Yeah, no, they had to have been drunk out of their minds. But and you know what was the craziest thing about it? So they start slamming this linesman. They start slamming. All the players just stop. And nobody does anything, and he starts to kind of run, but like the dude takes a couple hits to the head, and like as the other people, I don't know who these officials are, and people come to separate them. I look around the field, and other players like on both sides of the team are just sitting down, like they're just like, this is like, oh, this happens, this happens at these games, so whatever, like it's fine.
It's such a weird thing around here, though, is where teams just go into games knowing they're fixed.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Go, like you're gonna play as hard as you can, but once you get that first yellow, like, and the ref gives you a soft yellow or he gives you whatever, you're like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't want you to give me a red. You pretty much just like just try to get to the next game. Like, that's all you're trying to do is just.
It's a problem, man. Match fixing in the world is a problem. It's
that's when in Croatia, like it always kind of rubs me the wrong way. Is there everyone here like they love football, they love the sport, they love everything, and everyone's just kind of okay with the match.
Well, because what to do?
Like
because all
they can't do anything. It's the people in power have complete control, and nobody's like it's the way it is. It's just. I mean, we had against your old club, we had your own fans laughing at the referee for giving him like the second PK, like just so
at
obvious,
our stadium,
like absurd. Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't go there. I've told you this. Every time, you don't go there and get away.
Every time we had an attacking play, just
no.
Offside.
No.
Bring that back. Oh, someone just gets poked in the box, PK. Oh, someone gets poked in the box, PK. And now we're just going to do everything we can to make sure the other team can't shoot, and to make sure that this team just has the ball the whole time.
And everybody in the country knows it, and you don't come to Mladina ever, and you know what's going to happen. So good luck to you coming here.
But the ref knows too. The ref knows. So the ref knows that he's fucking over this one team the whole time. So he tries to keep it also like not completely fucking. I think we picked up 7 yellow cards.
Yeah.
In that match, he didn't give a single red. He didn't give a single one for. He just was like, "Here's a yellow. Here's a yellow. Here's a yellow." Yeah. I'm not going to completely fuck you over.
Yeah, it changes everything, though. But
stop. Stop trying.
Anyway, all right. We're over now. Guys, by the way, we started this podcast well before we actually wanted to. If this would have been a 2.5 hour podcast if we started exactly on the time.
Yep.
So enjoy. Do we have any Corona message out? Do we have a Biscuits and Tea Corona message? Is there anything we need to say about Corona?
The U.S. is fucked.
I mean, I haven't been paying enough attention to.
You guys are in some.
The great state of Kansas is doing fine
just
and well,
fine,
and we're chugging along.
Yeah, you guys.
And Well, Biscuits and Tea. We're gonna offer some Corona relief. How do you call it? It's not retroactively. How do you offer something up in the future? What is that word? What's the opposite of retroactive?
Future active.
That's what it should be? Opposite?
I just lost
retroactive.
My internet said
the opposite of retroactive is a word that the internet doesn't quite know yet. Do we need to invent the word for retroactive?
I am out, boys.
Spectroactive.
Prospective?
Spectroactive. Spectroactive.
It's prospective or proactive.
Oh wait, maybe it's coming back.
Proactive.
That's
like the
Zencaster's still alive. No.
is that what it's called? Those commercials?
Yeah, proactive. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for sponsoring your podcast.
Shit, boys.
Yeah, let's offer any of the Biscuits and Tea fans that remember this podcast and remember this during this Corona times. If you message us 1 year from the published time of this, we will send you. What they have to say something. They have to say Corona proactive. We have to get them to say something. We'll give you a prize. Like, how many people are going to do this? It's going to be like 2 people. One. Yeah. One person. We'll watch it. Like when we do that, though, you know what we're going to do?
Will watch this. McLovin will
and like 1 year from now, they're going to set reminders in their phone. That's what they should do.
Shout out to McLovin. He's a doctor on the front line of this stuff, dude. I can't even imagine what he's dealing with.
Shit. Oh my God. Yeah, no.
Stay safe, McLovin. We love you.
Stay safe,
All right, I'm
McLovin.
out.
Everybody else, check
Fuck
the
Zencaster.
podcast. Tyler, I don't think we can hear Tyler anymore, which is perfectly fine because you guys don't need to hear him. Peace out. Check everything
Peace.
out down below. Later. Peace.
Peace.